Hey guys, my name is Scoby and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to change your video output settings for your PlayStation 5. This is going to be a nice quick and easy tutorial. I'm going to be showing you step by step how to do everything. Let's jump right into this. So I will mention before we go too far into today's video, depending on the output resolution and the output frame rate you want to set, it'll depend 1 on your TV and 2 on the type of cable you're trying to use. Not all HDMI cables will support 4K 60 FPS or even 4K 120 FPS, and the same goes for not all TVs will support that resolution or frame rate. However, I'll be leaving some links in the description down below. So the first thing you need to do is of course have your PlayStation turned on and have your controller connected. I'm currently on my dashboard right now. Once this opens up, what we're going to be doing is clicking up to come to the top bar menu, and we're going to be clicking right 3 times until we see the settings here on the top right. Once you're on your settings, we're going to be clicking the X button to open them up, and here we're going to get some more information about our PlayStation. Once this opens up, we're going to be scrolling down until we see the screen and video option. We're going to be selecting this open, and here we're going to have 3 different things that we can play around with to adjust the video output for our PlayStation. So at the very top right here, we will have the video output information. If we select this, we can see what's currently in place for our PlayStation. So right now mine is outputting at 4K 60, so 3840 by 2160. You can see the color range, you can see HDCP, and a couple of different pieces of information. At the top here we'll have resolution, and by default it'll be set at automatic. However, if you open this up, you can choose between 720p, 1080i, 1080p, and 2160p or 4K. So you can feel free to manually select any of these if you would like. You'll then also have the 4K transfer rate. Now if you're currently having any flickering issues or any sort of other texture issues on screen, feel free to set this to -1 and -2 and experiment with either of these. See if any of them fix your issue. For me, I didn't have anything like this, so I also left it at automatic. However, you can feel free to experiment here. We can then come down one further and we will then have the HDR option. Again, it'll be set to automatic by default, but you can come in here and set it automatic or off. Feel free to experiment here. If your HDR is enabled, coming down one step further here, we will have the adjust HDR button. If we select this, we will actually go into a full flow where we can adjust our HDR settings for brightness, darkness, and then finally the one last time just to make sure everything is good. And it's a really nice way to adjust your HDR settings if you're having any issues. Below this then we have deep color output. By default it'll be set at automatic, but you can also turn it off. And then finally you'll have the RGB range, again automatic by default, but you can also change it from limited to full, and it is recommended to leave it on automatic, but of course you can feel free to experiment with this. Backing out of here then we can come down one more area to our screen area, and here we have the adjust display area, and this is really useful if some of your PlayStation content is being displayed outside of your TV. You can come in here and make the display area a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger. For me it was okay by default, but you can feel free to adjust it here. You can then set the dim screen settings. By default it'll be 15 minutes, but you can also set it up to 30 minutes, don't dim, or 5 minutes. And then finally we have Blu-ray disc and DVD settings. So we have the language settings, the Blu-ray disc data, and allow internet connection for Blu-ray disc live. So here you can feel free to experiment with these. I haven't actually played with any of these settings, but you can feel free to come in here, experiment, and change any of the display output settings for your PlayStation 5. I find it quite limiting in comparison to the Xbox Series. However, you can still do a couple things here, which is better than nothing. I just wish it was a bit more detailed and you can do a few more things. Anyway guys, it's as easy as that to change your video output settings for your PlayStation 5. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you're new, check out the other videos on the channel. I'm going to be leaving a link down below to my PayPal if you found these videos helpful and you want to support me. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, as always, keep it saucy. Peace.